Hi FlossTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel, Lady Robins. This will be a special FlossTube. It won't review my stitching for the last couple of weeks. This is my WIP parade. So grab a beverage. It is not as bad as I thought. You guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I have under 20 WIPs, which for me feels fantastic. You guys, everybody gets to do their own thing, right? You get to decide how many WIPs, how many starts, you know, all that stuff. For me, a smaller number feels a little better at this time in my life. It doesn't feel so overwhelming. So you're probably saying, Robin, how is it possible you have under 20 WIPs? Because we see the madness in your bookcase behind you. I will explain. There's a lot of project bags back there, but they are not all WIPs, which makes me feel good. So grab a beverage. I'm going to go through my WIPs. I'm going to give you some stats to start with. And I've got myself a nice cup of coffee here. I am in our Vancouver Island mug, complete with lipstick stains. And we'll just go through them. I will be looking up and down at some notes I've got in front of me. I hope this is fun for you. It was really fun for me to get ready for this video because I opened all my bags and I looked at what's inside of it. One thing that I thought was a kitted up project turned out to be a WIP, and I didn't even know it, so I never even touched it last year. So it was good for me to have the opportunity to go through everything. So I'm going to start with my beverage. It's just brewed coffee this morning. This is my third cup of coffee. I had a cup of coffee before I went to church. I had a latte with breakfast that my loving husband made me. And now I'm having a third cup of coffee with all of you. So sit back, relax. I'm going to start with some year-end stats for you. I took a little bit of time last night to compile my stats for my stitching of 2023. So let's grab our beverage and let's start with stats, okay? All right, so as you know, I like to write down what I've stitched, kind of keep a daily log here in the book of days, and that will be no different for 2023. I'm already using that. But the other thing that I use is my fantastic Stitch On journal from Chris Yo, whose Etsy shop is As the Yo Flies. And so I'll just flip it open so you can see where I'm getting my stats. So at the beginning is a project list. And so I have all sorts of things here in my project list. And then further back is a page dedicated to each project where I can keep notes. And one of the things that I've started to do, and this is inspired by Linda Vanagan, whose Patreon is, oh no, I can't remember. When I remember what it is, I'll link it. But anyway, Linda, she takes a picture. She takes pictures of everything. And so I've started to take pictures of FFO'd items and add it to my stitch journal. So sometimes, you know, you gift a piece of cross stitch and maybe you'd like to remember what it looked like. So I've slowly started to add little pictures to my journal. And I know that I'm probably gonna get a question or two, so I'm just reaching behind my camera, my iPhone, and I use this little printer. It's a Canon Ivy. It's the same one that Linda uses. I got it off of Amazon, and it's got an app that you put on your smartphone. And then the app will grab pictures from my picture roll on my iPhone, and then it prints it out onto sticky back stuff, and I can put it in my journal. It's so much fun. Linda, I don't know if you watch my videos, but if you do, thank you for that idea. I totally love doing that. And there are pieces that I still need to FFO, and when I do, I will take a picture of the finished project and I will add it to those pages in my journal. Okay, so let's talk about my stats for 2023, and then we'll get on to my WIPs. So I went through when I'm in my journal here, or my book of days, I write down every day what I stitched on, and then the highlights clue me in onto special things. So anything highlighted in yellow is a start. So it makes it really easy for me to find my starts throughout the year. Anything highlighted in pink is an FO. I have finished stitching the piece. It's ready to be transformed. And then the green is when I FFO. I fully finished the object into its final form. So that's what I do to keep myself organized. It probably seems like a lot of work to some people. It does it for me. It rings whatever little bell I need rung. It does that for me. So my year-end stats, I've got them written down here. I went through my book of days, and for the year 2020, I started 31 things. Yeah? I finished 31 things. Now, don't get me wrong, they aren't the same things. There are things that I have carried over. And then I fully finished 24 things. So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, that made me incredibly happy to know that even though I'm starting things, they're not languishing. So what that means is the things that are being carried over are larger, for the most part, they're larger projects, or projects that maybe I've made a mistake on and I've put them in, eternal timeout and I need to get those, or I'd like to get those moving again. So, I thought that was interesting that I started and finished the exact same number. Okay, so for the end of the year, I am carrying over 18 WIPs, which again, sounds great to me. It's under 20. I love that. The madness behind me, why are there so many project bags? Well, apparently I'm addicted to kitting things up. I have 34 kitted up or partially kitted up projects behind me. So, yeah, I have plenty of stitching set up and ready to go. I don't have to, I shouldn't have to even stop and think about something if I need to start or feel the urge to start a project. I got stuff ready and raring to go. And then I think I have approximately 10 FOs that need to be FFO'd, and 3 of those are things that I am going to frame. So those are things I just need to save up so I can take them to the local framer. So there's your year-end stats. So what am I carrying over? Let me show you. Let me show you. So the first one, oh, excuse me, thought I was going to sneeze there. The first one is from Crazy Annie's, and this was her 12 days of stocking ornament club. I got one of these every month. I am currently on number 3, the 3 French hands, and I've completed 1 and 2, and oh my gosh, I was right in the middle of stitching when I stopped for some reason. So I'm right in the middle of number 3. And this is also my 25/7 project for the year. I'm just going to keep doing these ornaments, and then I've probably lost my mind, but I feel like I should FFO them when I have a majority ready to go. I don't want to start and stop. I kind of feel like when I'm FFOing, I kind of get into a groove, and so if I'm doing the same thing, it feels like it should be fairly easy to do. In terms of what this is stitched on, you had the option to purchase fabric. So this is just a 32 count black linen that was provided in every kit by Crazy Annie. And then it's all charted in DMC. I didn't do any converting of the colors. I just went with what Crazy Annie charted. So nothing all that interesting here. Just working on Christmas stockings. So there you have it. That's my number one WIP. Well, not number one. That's the first thing that I'm carrying over. The next one is one that I didn't even remember I still had. I was surprised. This was an exclusive chart from Frony Ritter Designs, and it was from the 2020 Acorn Gathering through Acorns and Threads. So this is on the kit fabric with the kit floss. It says Acorn Gathering, and yeah, I'd forgotten about this, guys. So I'd like to finish that up and get that off the WIP list. So that's the second one. And I know that this is a 32 count smoky pearl linen. So beautiful color. I really like it. And this is showing pretty true. So that's the second one that's on my list of things to work on that got carried over. Now, I do have in my stitch journal on things that are a little bigger. I can tell you when I started them, if it's at all, I'm not sure that's at all interesting. So I might skip that. Okay, the next one I'm reaching for is because I stitched on it last night, and it is Cardinal Points. Look at this. Yeah, this is a WIP Go call for me this month, and here is where I'm at. So I've kind of got a quarter of it done. This is a big whopper. This is why this has been carried over. It's one of those big pieces that I hope to make significant progress on this year. So this is on my radar of things that, you know, could I have it half done? Could I have it 3/4 done? We'll see by the end of the year. But this little guy I just love. And I thought this one, I will tell you, I started Cardinal Points. I started it on Leap Day, February 29th, 2020. And it was part of Erin, the Two Martini Stitcher, her Leap Day sale, Long Dog Leap Day sale. I think that's what it was called. I might have written myself a note. We'll take a quick, yep, Long Dog Leap Day sale. So the thinking behind this is you would have 4 years to finish it, and it will be ready for the next Leap Day. I don't know that mine will be done then, but we'll see. I'm stitching it on a 32 count white Lugana, which is hysterical to me considering all the whining I did about Lugana on my last FlossTube. But for some reason, I'm not having a problem with this stuff. It works. This stuff is working for me. That other stuff, I don't know what my problem was, but anyway. So that's one that I'm carrying over, and you'll notice these are in alphabetical order because of course they are, right? So the next one that is a carryover is from the Scarlet House, and this is Coverlet Houses. And this is also a WIP Go call for this month for me, so I will have the opportunity to make some progress on this. And this was a kit I purchased. It is kitted up in silks, and I'm stitching it on a 32 count platinum Belfast linen. So on this one, I think I'm doing it 1/2 with that beautiful silks. So there we go. And this one, I remember I started it in March, in May. And I'm looking down, May 11th, 2020. And that was my first attempt at Mania. And I I am far too scattered to do Mania, so I think I've tried it one other time and I'm like, you know, it's not my thing. Okay, so next I've got, now this is the one that was a restart for me, and I didn't realize I had actually restarted it. This is Cranberry Christmas, and I'm using the called for Sulkies. So here's my little pack of Sulkies, and here's where I've gotten to. So, and this is on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I have one finished. I didn't even realize I had a finish in this bag, and then I have a start on a second one. So I've got to dust this guy off. I know I didn't touch this last year, so I've got to dust this off and get this one rolling again. And this was also a start in 2020. So apparently 2020 was my year to start all the things. And yeah, I did a good job. All right, after that, I've got something from the Stitching Book Club, and this is on my WIP Go board for this year. This is the Frankenstein SAL, and I don't even know, I'm just taking a quick look here. I do not have the, I did not print out the cover on that, but here is where I'm at on Frankenstein. And I'm doing it all in one color. It is DMC 9-35, and this is being stitched on 32 count Vellum by Picture This Plus. So again, there's Frankenstein, and this is also on my WIP Go board for this year. So this will get some love also. So there we are on Frankenstein. All right, sorry, I'm fumbling with putting things back in bags. Yeah, there we go. If I don't do it now, it'll take me 18,000 years to do it later. All right, next is a whopper. This is a absolute whopper. This is Harbor Haven. And I am stitching, I am on scene number 3 in this, and there are 12 of them. And this is where I am at on Harbor Haven. All right, here we go. Ah, it's upside down. So here is my Harbor Haven. And this again is being stitched on a 32 count linen, and it has been so long, I don't even remember what the name of it is, but this is the old week, so it's really floppy, but I love everything about it. And this is also on my WIP Go board for 2023, so this will be getting some love. And I know if I take a peek in my little journal, Harbor Haven was started in June of 2020. So again, 2020 was a big year for starts apparently for me. All right, so Harbor Haven, again, that's on my WIP Go, so love will be coming its way. Next up is one that I did work on this last year quite a bit. It is Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. Oh my goodness, sorry. There we go. There's your cover. There's your cover. And here's my stitching. And this is on a 36 count linen by Bestitch Me called Huckleberry. And here I am. And this is also on my WIP Go board for this year. So this will get some significant love. I love this piece. I can hardly wait to finish this and get this FFO'd and up and displayed on my wall. I'm using all the called for fancy floss, and you know, it stitches up like a dream. I really, really like this piece. And this one I did start, this one I think was my New Year's Day. Yeah, this is my New Year's Day start. So it started 1/1/21. So that's another really cool piece that I'm looking forward to making a lot of progress on. Okay, so at this point, I just need to reach behind me and grab more bags. So pardon my backside. I'm not gonna stop and start, because what's the point of that? Okay. Okay, things fell, but that's all right. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, so next up, we have a whole host of things. Let me move that over there. And probably bumped the camera. The next one up, oh my gosh, I love this one, is Hyperborea by Owl Forest. So my Hyperborea also needs a little love. It did not make, I don't think it made the WIP, it did not make the WIP Go board. But when I finish something, I will probably put this or the Noel sampler on it to to plug those holes. But there I am. I know this is a 32 count. I'm using the kit floss. I know it's 2/2, and I love all those little motifs. So there's Hyperborea for you. The next thing is something that will take hardly any time to finish. Where did that guy go? It's over here. It got buried. This is also from Crazy Annie's. It's called Let's Go Sledding. And so I am doing it on perforated paper, and I just have to fill in the background. This will take me, what, an hour tops to finish it and stick it on the sleigh, and then I've got my first FFO for the year. I kind of feel like that's cheating a little bit, but my board, my rules, right? So Let's Go Sledding by Crazy Annie's. I do want to do more. I think I have 8 or 9 sleighs in my closet here. So when it gets closer to Christmas, I'll probably break out the Crazy Annie's and work a little bit more on that. So there's that. The next thing that I'd completely forgotten about is I have a little Mill Hill kit that I'm working on, and it's this little adorable guy. It is a Valentine's heart, and so I'm doing it on the perforated paper. I'm using the kit floss and beads and buttons, whatever is in there, and yeah, I am looking forward to getting some work done on my Mill Hill. So there's that one. After that, what comes next? Little Women. This is another Stitching Book Club piece. I think I worked on this once last year. I don't know if I've got a cover sheet printed. It doesn't look like it. So I'll just show you what I've got. So I've just got, I don't even have the entire title done, Little Women. Excuse me, from the Stitching Book Club. And again, this is a 32 count something with all the calls for floss. That would be another really fun stitch to get some work on. So Little Women. After Little Women comes one that you have seen over and over again. It is the Noel Sampler by Satsuma Street. And this is where I'm at. So I just have 4 little bits left to do, and then I'm finished. So that's why when I think about WIP Go, I think about plugging this in when I finish something, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish something on the WIP Go board. So this will get plugged into WIP Go, or once I get tired of working on the stockings for my 25/7 challenge, this might get slotted in. And that one is on a 28 count. 28 count. And I did not change any of the colors, because Jody Rice is a master of colors. So, let's see here. The next thing I've got is my Shepherd's Bush notes. You saw this recently. I am working on winter notes, and this is where I'm at. And this is a 32 count smoky pearl, I think. I'm not gonna dig through the bag. And I'm just using all the called for fancy floss, 1/2 with, yeah, one strand over 2 linen threads. I don't know why I stumble on that every time, but I do. But you know what I mean. So, and then this is part of my year-long Shepherd's Bush note sale. So don't forget, if you've got some of these in your stash, break out a note and stitch that with me this year. Don't forget our hashtag, Thankful Notes Sal. So there's 2 S's together. Okay, so there is the notes, and then I have 2 Blackwork pieces. They're by Peppermint Purple, and they're gorgeous, and they need some love. So let's make that happen, right? So here is my Peppermint Purple band sampler, and that is this guy. So I just have the barest start on that. I just have that top band. So I have a lot of Blackwork to do on that guy. And then the other thing that's in this bag, because this is my Peppermint Purple bag, is their Year of Blackwork sale. They do a sale, a free sale every single year. I am so pokey. I mean, there's 52 boxes. You're supposed to just do one every week. I was not able to do that, but this is where I am on my Peppermint Purple. I think this was 2020. Is that right? Let me look. Blackwork Bands, I started in January of 2020, and where is it? Year of Blackwork sale, I started in February of 2020. So again, 2020 was a big year for starting, but apparently not finishing. But that's okay. That's okay. All stitching is good stitching, and it makes me happy while I'm doing it. So there's that. I've got 2 Blackwork pieces that deserve a little love this year. And you guys, I have 1 left. I have 1 WIP left to show you, and this is from the Snowflower Diaries. I have 3 Snowflower Diary pieces left to stitch, and next up is February with those cute mallard ducks. I'm using all the called for floss. There's nothing to see here in terms of stitching. Really, it should be considered a WIP, right? But I'm going to be starting this sooner rather than later, so I can get that up for February. So I just included it in my stack of WIPs. So that is my WIPs, and maybe I'll do a kitted up parade. I don't know. If you think that would be interesting, let me know. I'd be happy to, you know, trot out all the bags and, you know, unzip them and show you what's in them. But that's it. I only have 18, and that makes me, like I said, that makes me really happy. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to start things this year. I have a couple of things on my radar. You know what? There's 1 WIP missing. There's 1 WIP missing. There's a missing WIP. Hold on. Yes. I knew it didn't feel right. I knew there was one. I have a dimensions kit that I am stitching for my sister, and this is called A Whole Lotta Latte. Isn't that cute? So we've changed out the fabric because I was not up for stitching on all that black. So we have changed it to this guy. This is a luminous, what is it? No, Yummy Fiberlicious Fibers fabric. Say that 3 times fast. and it is a 32 count. I have the barest of a start. This is showing up blue. It is not blue, it is a teal green. It's not blue. So anyway, this is my 19th WIP, 18th WIP, 18. Oh my gosh. So I'm just using, I'm using the kit floss, but I made a fabric substitution. So again, this is my last WIP. And as you can see, I have so much to do. I am right up there. And I told my sister I'd stitch it for her birthday. Well, luckily I didn't tell her what year she was going to get it, because it's probably not going to be this year, as her birthday's in June. But anyway, that's where we're at. So that's it, you guys. Those are the things that I'm carrying over into 2023, you know, with an eye on completing some of those. Like, I will definitely get the Snowflower Diaries. I still have 3 months, February, September, and December to do. I will have those done by the end of the year for sure. I'm very much hoping to finish Coverlet Houses. I would really like that to get done. That Acorn Gathering piece, that was a complete surprise. I had completely forgotten that was in there. And then those Cranberry Christmas pieces, I'd really like to get those up and on my Christmas tree in 2023. So that's my WIP parade. That's all I got for you today, you guys. I hope you're having a really great day. Let me know if there are things that I went through too fast that you need more info on. Happy to share, happy to help you with any of these. And for me, I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, bye friends. Don't forget, stitch happy.